Okay, so I lied. In my last video, when I said the next video was going to be about the shelf for the Thien trash can separator for my shop vac, well, honestly, I haven't had much time to get back into my shop other than do a little bit of cleaning. Really, I've been working too much, taking care of some other people's business, not my own. But in running some errands today, I ran across something interesting that was really kind of a blast from the past. Kind of a relic of a bygone era, unfortunately. Well, let me just show you. Well, kind of like a piece of history out of the 1990s and earlier, at the intersection of Texas Highway 3 and El Dorado Boulevard is this Shell full-serve gas station, and it's a service station. They have a full 3-bay service center, car wash. Yes, they have a little mini mart. I'm not sure if they offer full-serve gas pumping or not, but they do have a service center, which is really unusual. Now, there's actually a reason I wanted to point that out to you. Partially because when I first got out of high school and got a full-time job, one of the first full-time jobs I got, and I worked several of them for actually quite a few years, I actually was a service station attendant, worked my way into a mechanic's role, and worked my way into service station manager. This was years and years and years ago, before I moved to Texas. These things have been dropping off the map pretty darn fast, although the rate obviously has slowed because there's not a lot of them left. I wasn't aware this one still existed. There was one at NASA Parkway and Upper Bay Road, I think it is, in Nassau Bay, Texas, literally right across from the Johnson Space Center. That one, within the last couple of weeks, they closed operations of the gas station. They're still, apparently it looks like they still have their service bays up, but their gas tanks and their pumps have been removed, and they're no longer Shell branded. They've just painted the yellow band across the top white. I don't know, Bob's Service Center or whatever they're calling it. I don't know. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to point that out. I'm sure that a lot of the 20-somethings have probably, the chances are you probably have never seen one of these things. And it's really unfortunate. There was a day in American history, not that long ago, when a young person getting out of high school, maybe wasn't quite ready to go to college, you could get a job where you could support yourself. Really, you could support a family of sorts, a very young. I mean, it'd be a hard way to do it, but I did it. You could support yourself working in one of these places. You learn a lot. There's a lot of hard work involved in there, but you learn a lot. And to be honest with you, in a lot of ways, working as a service station attendant was the most fun I ever had. I would have been a lot more fun had I not been, attached to somebody at the time, because when you're 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, working in a service station, particularly in a college town where I was at the time, you meet a lot of 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old girls. Things work the way they do, and I've got a lot of guys will say this. I honestly mean it. I have got the best wife in the world, and although I had a bumpy road to find her, I wouldn't trade this for anything. So anyway, I digress. There's that little piece of American history. I don't know if these have disappeared in other places in the world, but I know they're pretty much non-existent here, and this one's a shock that it's still here. For those of us that are over 40, I hope you enjoyed the blast from the past. I had to add this onto the video. This is a little more evidence as to how far things have come since I was a kid, and unfortunately this isn't in a good way. You just have to see this to believe it. Hey man, be careful who you Pokemon, because if you not, you catch them all, you're gonna need our services. It's freestdcheck.org.